Meet author, speaker, and catalyst Dr. Jason Richardson, also known as DrJRich. In this conversation, we talk bridging gaps, BMX, and BS. You're in for a treat. So, you call yourself an unlikely champion, which I love. How do you translate your athletic achievements in professional sports into accomplishments that we can use in our everyday life?
I consider myself an unlikely champion because I didn't fit into a certain mold. I was the youngest to become a world champion at that event back in the day, and then at the Pan American Games, I was the oldest coming off injury to win gold. Candidly, I've played it safe and I've laid it all on the line. And in between those two ends of the continuum, I paid attention, took notes, and really applied that to what I bring to my clients. Wealth management, WELLTH, wealth cycle, everything works in cycles. And it's that play on words and how I like to help others help themselves. That's the key. And managing those perceptions and playing with those perceptions and challenging ourselves and my clients, that's the deal. The way I put it is, challenge your perception, change your results.
I love your mantra, totally in your corner. Talk to me about that.
Well, the problem a lot of us face is we get in our own way. Our perspectives sometimes don't allow us to see another way. Our beliefs, the ones we have that we don't know are quite there, sometimes limit our potential. Not that they're bad beliefs, but they're just, we're I don't want to say stuck, but we're definitely entrenched in those beliefs. So the work I do with clients is focused on them. And what it takes for them to bring themselves across the finish line, or, I say the whole person crosses the finish line, not just their talent. So challenging those beliefs, really wrapping them and helping carry, all of who they are so that they can bring that to the boardroom or bring that to the family or bring that to competition is what I like to do. So, I definitely push people off the ledge, but I definitely work to give them wings so that they can fly.
Love it. Okay, let's talk about It's All BS. Excellent title, by the way. So a couple of things jump out at me with your book. One is slow down to go faster. That is such a great mantra. I love that. And the other is where you talk about time. Fill me in on that.
Yeah, so slow down to go faster is interesting. Faster or further. So we're not all racing, even though we're all part of the human race. So I refer to it as see yourself, be yourself. And this is the mindfulness thing, which is really big. But I think a lot of people just scratching the surface on mindfulness. What do we see athletes do before they step into the batter's box or before they get on the line is they actually, they have that routine. They slow down, they kind of close their eyes, and then they breathe and they kind of go into themselves. And yes, 60 seconds is a minute, 60 minutes is an hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Time technically is fixed. However, our perception of it is not. It's like the whole gas tank thing. When the gas tank is full, you have plenty of gas, but the needle seems to drop quicker the closer it gets to empty. And I think inherently we all have this clock, this biological clock that's saying, okay, the end is near, whether it's your career or your life or school or whatever it may be. And as we get closer to the end, we start to perceive time as speeding up, when in actuality, 60 seconds to a minute, 60 minutes to an hour, it's the same amount of time. So learning to slow down to go faster, really harnessing your own ability to slow down time, your perception of time, can really help someone help yourself execute what you want to do with plenty of time.
I love that. We are just scratching the surface of mindfulness. Absolutely true. All great information. You have to go out and check out this book. It's All BS. DrJRich, where do we find you?
I can be found on Twitter and Instagram at Real DrJRich, RealDrJRich. And, of course, on my website, DrJasonRichardson.com. That's DrJasonRichardson.com. And then, of course, at the What If LA, and any prearranged conference or speaking engagement, hopefully at an amphitheater or on a stage near you.
Boom, throws down the mic. That's all he said. Thank you so much.
Thank you.